Tree Hill fans, thanks for being here. Welcome back. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're so inclined. Either way, I'm glad you're here. We're talking about season 4, episode 2, Things I Forgot at Birth. Kind of a weird title, but let's get into it. So Nathan is having his PTSD flashbacks, and apparently he either passed out or fell asleep on the bridge overlooking the water. Kind of weird. Lucas and Peyton talking, the power goes out. Right before she's going to tell him what she told Brooke at the rehearsal dinner. And now he's like, I'm going to get her back. And she's like, are you sure? And I have to agree. Are you sure, Lucas? Can't help who you love is what he says. Again, are you sure? And it's midnight, officially Brooke's birthday. I sometimes feel like Haley's the only one really holding Rachel accountable for the crap that she does, because she's done a lot of shit that has, gotten people killed. So she's like, I saw Rachel grab the will, and then they get the call, oh, he's alive, but not before Nathan asked, did you see anybody else in the water? What do you mean? So we see the detective immediately walk in and ask Cooper what happened. He takes the fall for it while Rachel's standing there. And then we find out after the detective leaves, Cooper asks Rachel about the baby, which kind of makes sense at that point. Like, oh, is that why he took the fall for it? And then she tells the truth, and he's like, get out. Yeah, I say get out. The delivery package guy to Dan. Sign here, Mr. Murderer. What did you say? Sign here, Mr. Mayor. Dan's losing it. Gotta love Skills and his ability to just lay it out for Lucas. Hey, you kissed her. Do you want me to get you a tryout with the Ravens? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that you kissed her. And Peyton's like, imagine your life. Who's standing next to you when you have all that you want? It's Brooke. Okay, let me help you get her back. Apparently this brilliant plan is to steal something for Brooke's birthday, but not really, because Peyton's dad was friends with the guy who owned the store, but they never told Brooke. So maybe if Lucas goes in Peyton's place this year, maybe there's a shot. Rachel walks in on Brooke with a pillow under her shirt, acting like she's pregnant. Oh, I'm thinking about doing a clothes over bros preggers line. Sure. And Rachel's like, oh, I got flowers from my parents. Glad you didn't die. The Riviera misses you. At least your parents didn't forget your 18th birthday. Here, have my flowers, Brooke. And we see a glimpse of Deb spiraling into her drug addiction once more by insulting a customer. Basically saying she has a fat ass. Wow. Cooper is right. Even if you don't remember, Nate, it still happened. I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for you. You got in that water. That's what matters. Peyton calls her long-lost brother, and the second she says the name Ellie Harp, don't call here again. Click. Oh my god, Lucas flattened Whitey's tire and then drove him to the court to watch Skills play. Whitey was not happy. You're gonna change that tire. I don't even have a spare for that car. Oh my gosh. So now we're still Brooke and Haley. Brooke comes in and Rachel saw me making maternity clothes. What? So they're still playing it off like we don't know which one's pregnant. And then Deb is rummaging through her purse and her gun falls out and goes off and through the window, freaking everybody out in the restaurant. Good job, Deb. And all Deb says is, oops. Oh my god, Rachel. Get the hint, okay? She's coming into Cooper's room. Nathan is there. He's gone from Tree Hill. And now she's like, I'm gonna find a way to thank you for saving my life. She kisses him on the cheek and then says, you have Cooper's eyes. Oh my god, psycho bitch. Oh, Peyton putting your mess out online for anybody to see. And here comes Karen throwing out Lucas's old crib, and she's like, I don't want to go behind Lucas's back, but if Brooke were pregnant, you'd tell me, right? Oh, I don't know, but I came to talk to you about Deb. Yeah, Karen, I think you need to get back to the cafe staff. Okay, why is Dan, sitting adjacent from her house, looking at the crib? Okay, creepy Dan alert again. Okay, when Karen said, I'm not playing games with your wacky ass to Deb, that seemed a little odd, the wording. But basically, now she's like, go back to rehab or I'm dissolving our partnership. Fine, I quit. have your little cafe, because now we're going to get Bad Deb. That's right. Nathan believes he saw Keith down in the car. I like that. Lucas telling Peyton, I watched you freshman year. And the next year, what'd you watch? My legs. From up close, they're a little chickeny. That's not a compliment. But go shoplift for Brooke. I'll wait. No truer words were ever spoken. Nathan says it. I'm tired of dealing with my parents. If it's not my dad with a restraining order, it's my mom with a Glock. I'm the kid. I gotta play great, get a scholarship, and get the hell away from them. Once again, Dan shows up with Karen, and she's like, stop it, Dan. You're not that guy. You weren't that guy for Lucas. You're never gonna be that guy. And then he pulls in the crib that she put in the trash that he redid and made all nice. Kind of awkward. Okay, Rachel actually made some sense this time with Brooke. Let's see. She kissed him when she was dying. Doesn't really count. And she's willing to hide her feelings for him if you ask her to, even though you don't really love him anymore. Boom. Brooke did show up. She was watching Lucas and Peyton walk out, having a nice laugh and enjoying their time together. And Brooke looks like she's about to flip her shit. Skills is now a Raven. Because we knew Whitey would come along, right? He knows a good player when he sees it. Oh my god. Derek shows up in this episode. Ugh. Rachel brings Brooke a cupcake with a candle. Happy birthday, you old boring shrew. You call this late? The boys in Tree Hill are so boring. Isn't there anyone our age you think you could fall for? As she zooms in on her digital camera, a picture of Nathan. Maybe. Ugh. I love that Haley found Nathan's ball at home because he said he was going to play ball. And he's like, I was hoping you would. I need you to talk to me. I just haven't figured it out yet. But whatever it is, we'll get through it together. Nayli. So it's interesting that Brooke already had a photo of Peyton and Lucas walking across the parking lot to put into her book. That's impressive for back then. That was quick. So we're talking about the podcast now, and I'm just going to say the episode of their live in Philly with Dan and Carrie. How fun was that? So fun. And now let's jump into the episode podcast. We got skills. I do agree with them that the misdirect about who's pregnant is really well done. Yes, that is one of the funniest lines when Skills addresses Peyton as, hey, homewrecker. I have to agree, Skills always did manage to bring some sense of levity even to a more serious situation without making it seem inappropriate. It's very true. No one gets sober unless they really want to. It's so crazy to think that the directors by season 4 wouldn't necessarily trust the actors with their characters' lines. It is crazy because they should have been trusted. They knew what they were doing. Yeah, the body attacking in this episode was pretty gross. She makes a good point about the comedians making sexual assault jokes. Yeah, that's not really funny, I can agree. And then they say, oh, they have the right to do that. Well, she does make a point. It is very lazy. So maybe be better. While I do know many people throughout my life that really didn't learn the lessons in their life, so I do know that people like that exist in regards to Rachel. Yeah, it is kind of shocking that after literally the things that Rachel has done has gotten people killed, this bitch still hasn't learned her lesson. I do agree that it was weird that Nathan was just in the room that Cooper had already left. And it does annoy me that he let Rachel kiss him on the cheek after everything she's done. But at the same time, he's going through his own mental issues. So I could see him being taken off guard by that and just kind of like not fully present in that moment, maybe. At least I want to believe that. Oh my God. Hillary's watch story. Wow. Oh man. I can totally see that Sophia would like watches, and I totally get that Joy would not be a watch person. She's a free spirit. I agree also with Joy. That's the bad thing about watches. They're great, until the battery stops, and then you never replace the battery, or I don't either. I can also agree, I like how hard Peyton worked for Brooke in this episode just to try to mend something. Oh yeah, I agree. The moment when, Nathan tells Haley, I'm not going to let anything get in the way of my dreams of playing basketball, and Haley, you can see that weighs on Haley. So that's more of a hint of who's pregnant. Oh man, friends photoshopping photos from Sophia's real life and putting Tree Hill characters into it, and they look real. Be careful what you see on the internet, folks. It's not all real. Hillary wanting to get into her son's 7th grade class because he's learning about the Salem witch trials, and be like, do you need some technical assistance? Do you need some info? Guilty. I decorate for Christmas around the beginning of November. That's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.